Welcome to this Implementation Day training. My name is Jeanette, and I'm the community manager here at Texan Church, which basically means I'm your biggest cheerleader in the Facebook group. I help with social media, and I also do lunch and learns for our members every week. I'm so glad that you are here with me today, and we are going to equip you with actionable messages that will give you 4 quick wins for long-term ministry impact. This is going to be so much fun. Let's do this. First, we are going to give you a rundown on how this implementation training is going to work. I know a lot of you already have an account, but for those of you who don't, stop right now. Our team has just dropped the link in the comments for you to sign up for your very own Texan Church account. We are giving you 60 days completely free, no strings attached, so that you can implement all of these strategies as we go through them today. As a Texan Church member, your membership plan will include unlimited groups, keywords, contacts, digital connection cards, users, and email sending. You also get fast and free email and chat support from the best member experience team in the world. But we also want to point out all the fantastic bonuses that come with your membership, including, get ready, access to weekly live strategy calls. During these lunch and learns, managed by yours truly and my colleague Nina, you will see a demonstration of Texan Church's main features, have questions answered, and even get to collaborate with other church leaders. Bonus number 2, done for you text messages and email templates that you can automatically import into your account. You'll see how easily it is to do that as we go through this training today. Our third bonus is access to the Texan Church Academy, one of my faves. This is a step-by-step training video that teaches you strategies to help you effectively connect with your community and build stronger relationships, and how to implement them using your Texan Church account. So after you get your 4 quick wins today, be sure to check out the Academy and get even more quick wins. Bonus number 4 is our private Texan Church community Facebook group filled with church leaders who are fun, innovative, and supportive. And I do like to throw the occasional gift party in there, so come on with us and have a lot of fun. Now, bonus number 5 is your Communication Pro Pack, which includes 9 of our best resources, plans, templates, checklists, including our ultimate Easter and Christmas follow-up plans. Everybody loves swag. So for your 6th bonus, you'll get a swag box that comes with a copy of our Amazon best-selling book, Boomerang, The Power of Effective Guest Follow-Up, and a known, noticed, and loved t-shirt just for completing our quick start setup. The next bonus is huge. You get a lifetime Engage VIP pass with lifetime access to every session from every Engage conference, past, present, and future. Currently, this includes over 100 trainings from experts in leadership, communication, and church tech. Our 8th and final bonus is an additional 500 text messages each month for life. Those 500 messages will automatically be added to your account, and they are going to be there every month for life, for the life of your membership. So you'll have a total of 2,000 text messages you can send with your Pro Monthly account each month. All of these bonuses together are valued at over $1,000, but here's the deal. Even if you cancel your Texan Church membership after your 60 days free, you get to keep all the bonuses. You've got nothing to lose and so much to gain. Thousands of churches use Texan Church each week to save time, reach more people, and create huge ministry impact. Scan the QR code on your screen or click the link in the chat now to start your free 60-day membership at Texan Church today to see how easy it is. Now, while some of you are grabbing your free trial, let's talk about what we are going to do today. We have 4 sessions planned for both a strategy and implementation segment. We will cover a lot today, so if you need to go back and rewatch this, you will be able to do so. We also have a workbook. A link to the workbook will be added in the chat, and in the workbook, you'll find some big takeaways for each session, and in addition, the easy buttons you will need for sessions 2 and 3. This workbook is a great companion to help you retain information and take action. These 4 sessions will give you 4 quick wins in your ministry. During the first session, we will talk about effective communication with your volunteers so that they feel valued and appreciated. We'll also discuss the importance of walking alongside those volunteers and even others in your church by sending messages that ask how you can pray for them. In our second session for today, we'll talk about 3 transformational messages to get your people back in the door on Sunday and engaged with your congregation. This is called the Sermon Series Bump. Then we'll dive into a proven strategy to connect with your guests and to keep them coming back. This strategy includes messages to your staff to remind them to connect with your guests in more personal ways like a phone call or a handwritten note, as well as message templates sent directly to them, to your guests to make them feel known, noticed, and loved and invited back on Sunday. Our final session will be all about Connect cards. We know you love Connect cards. This is where we will share strategies to capture people's information more effectively. This will go hand in hand with session 3 because you will want to gather your guests' contact information in order to be able to follow up with them. Let's get started with today's first session. Your first quick win will be making your volunteers feel valued and appreciated. You'll be implementing 2 different message strategies, focusing on how to best care for your people through prayer and provide strategies to encourage and connect with your volunteers. But first, let's do some quick housekeeping. If you need technical support or have questions about something unrelated to the topic we are currently discussing, we have our support team ready to help. All you have to do is email support@texanchurch.com. We also have a workbook. Our team is sharing a link for that in the chat right now. We will be filling in the blanks that are in the workbook as we go along. And of course, there are some easy buttons you will definitely want to see. And just a reminder, if you haven't gotten your free Texan Church account yet, go ahead and do that now so you can start implementing the strategies we are about to share. We have dropped the link to that in the comments. Now let's get started. We often hear about big strategies, big ideas, big results, and bearing lots of fruit, as we say in the church space. But sometimes it's the little things that really matter. One small way to care for your people is by asking how you can pray for them. That's something we are going to do in just a bit. Another way to care for your people is by sending messages of encouragement. One of the biggest mistakes we make with our volunteers is sending messages that are only duty related instead of including content that is community building and encouraging. Here's what 2 of our members had to say about connecting with their volunteers. Patty at Christ Community Church says, "We have been able to thank our volunteers and keep them informed. Texan Church is a great tool for communicating with the entire church body while keeping it personal all at once." And Faith at Crosspoint Fellowship says, "Texan Church makes staying in contact with our volunteers extremely easy and personal. It makes my job 100% easier." Who doesn't want 100% easier? You can send encouraging messages to all of your ministries, but for this session, we're going to focus on volunteers. We'll be scheduling a few messages for the next 2 weeks. In a minute, I'll switch over to our platform so you can follow along. But first, I want to share what we'll be doing. Let's schedule 2 messages today. One thanking them for serving and another asking how you can pray for them. Don't worry, we won't send them both today. We will schedule that second message asking how we can pray for them later in about a week. Now, if you aren't a Texan Church member yet, you can take out your phone and send these messages individually. It's more personal and meaningful to send something like that individually rather than a group text. Now, something to be aware of. Right now, we are just scheduling 2 messages, but following up with your volunteers is not a set it and forget it process. It's an ongoing process of nurturing, engaging, and uplifting your people so you can showcase their talents for God's kingdom. And these small, consistent messages that you send over time have the most significant and lasting impact. Here's another testimony from one of our Texan Church members, Neil Rowe. Because of Texan Church, we can care for our people. And the greatest example of this is when we text and simply ask if there's any way we can pray with them or about for them. The response is so huge. Over and over, people have commented how they love that we take time for them and that they are connected to us.
All right, thanks so much, Jeanette. We are going to hop in the platform and I'm going to show you how to schedule these messages. All right, so the first thing that you'll want to do is make sure that you're on your messages tab, and you're going to want to be in your inbox. So go ahead and click on that. Whenever you're in your inbox, you are going to click on create new message. And here we're going to choose a text message as the type of message that we'd like to send. Now you can name this message. It always makes it a little bit easier when doing that. So I'm going to just name it something as volunteer appreciation. Oh, if I could spell today. All right. So then I'm going to hit begin. So then you're taken into our message editor. And here, the first step is deciding who gets this message. And so we are going to send this to our volunteers group. So make sure you're selected on your groups, and then you'll just want to go to the drop down and click your volunteers group or whatever group you're going to send this message to. Maybe you have multiple groups of volunteers. Then you're going to hit save changes. Then the next step, once you do that, just pops you on down to creating your message. And so here, remember, this is an appreciation text message that we are going to send to our volunteers. All right, we're just going to type out here, I hope you're having a great day. And let's go ahead and personalize this message and call them by their first name. I just want to let you know how thankful we are that you serve with us at, and then you can put your church's name. You guys have to forgive my typing errors today. All right, so we have this message in here. Just type something like, I hope you're having a great day. You can insert your volunteer's first name. I just want to let you know how thankful we are that you serve with us at, and then insert the name of your church. Once you have that message in there, go ahead and click Save Changes. And then you can decide which local number, which text and church number that you want to send this message from. Once you have that, just hit Save Changes, and then you can choose to send that message now or in the future. And so we're going to go ahead and schedule this out for someday early next week. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to set mine for next Tuesday at, let's say, about 2 p.m. And we'll do 2:04 just to make it a little bit more random. Go ahead and hit Save Changes there. Once you hit Save Changes on that scheduling, it's going to show you a little synopsis of what you just did. You're sending a message to the volunteers group. It's an SMS message, and it's scheduled for this date and this time. Go ahead and hit Confirm once you do that. And then once you need to, if you want to see that message that you just scheduled, or maybe you need to make some changes to it, you can just click the pending tab in your inbox, and then you'll see that that message is right there for you, and you can edit it if you need to. Now let's put this message scheduling to practice again and send that same group of people a message asking how we can pray for them. The best part about scheduling messages is that you can sit down in one sitting and write out all the messages that you need to go out for the next month or two so that no one slips through the cracks. So let's go ahead and jump back into the platform. All right, so we are going to go back to our inbox tab here, and then go to create new message again, and we're gonna follow those same steps. So text message, and then you're gonna type in the title of your message. And then go ahead and hit begin, and again, that step is optional. You're gonna go to your groups, and again, we are doing the volunteers group. Then just hit Save Changes, and now we're going to type a message out asking how we can pray for them. All right, so I just typed a message here, hi, and then inserted the first name of every person in this group. How can I be praying for you today? Once you have that message in there, go ahead and click Save Changes, and then we are going to, again, go down to the next step of choosing which number to send it from. Once you have that selected, hit Save Changes, and then we're gonna schedule this one out too. And we're gonna schedule this one. You can actually schedule this message for either early next week, or you could even do later today. So for me, I'm gonna choose later today. So I'm gonna choose today, and then let's do about 2 p.m. this afternoon. I know that for my volunteers group, that's when they have a lot of time. So you use that to the best of your discretion. If you know the best time to reach your group, you can schedule it right for that time. So I'm going to do this one about 2:30 p.m. Hit Save Changes there. Confirm that message. I can look and see what I've scheduled here. Hit Confirm. And then I have successfully created that message. And now I can go to the pending tab and see that message there as well. If I need to edit it, make any changes to it at all, I can do that really easily all from the pending tab of my inbox. Now, Jeanette has a story from an administrative assistant that has been communicating with their people asking how they can pray for them.
This is from Catherine Spann at Living Word Fellowship. Her church started using the Text in Church platform to connect with their people for Wednesday prayer services. They send out a service reminder and ask for prayer requests. When the people text back their prayer request, Catherine's church leaders respond with a quick prayer text and then pray corporately for them during the prayer service. She says as people began to realize that we are actually praying for them, they began to show up. We are getting reports back of healings and miracles from them in their prayer request as well. How powerful is that? That's just one of the many stories like that have been shared with us. All right. In this session, we learned how to accomplish our first 4 big wins. Your volunteers will feel valued and appreciated. You learned how to schedule ongoing messages of encouragement and how to schedule messages asking your volunteer team members how you can pray for them. Although today we scheduled messages to volunteers, maybe there's another group or people that you would like to send messages to today. Or perhaps you have a different group altogether that you'd like to ask how they could benefit from prayer. One of our members told me the other day that she uses Text in Church to connect with her Bible study group. She said, I sent a few texts to my Bible study group letting them know I was praying for them and as they guarded their study time. I also sent a verse from our study to memorize together as a group. Here in just a second, we are going to work on your first quick wins by giving you some time to hop into your account and schedule those 2 messages we showed you during the training. If you've done that and have some time, think about someone else that might need a message of encouragement or gratitude. We will be back for our next session to talk more about implementing the sermon series bump. This will help you get people back in the doors of your church and open the door for communication between you and your people.